Okay, let's talk about this hard case. This is a Monoprice hard case, and this is going to be the thing my camera goes inside of to protect it. Now, Camtraptions, and there's other ones that you can find, or different ways you can build something for the box. I chose this because, again, it's cheaper. You know, I'm going to drill a hole in it. I'm going to cut the foam. Yet at the same time, it's secure. It's waterproof. It's shark-proof. Not shark-proof, probably shock-proof. And a lot of people will pick up the Pelican cases. This is very comparable. It is cheaper. And the reason I'm going with something so heavy-duty is because of bears. I get a lot of bears that play with my trail cameras. They like to sniff them, lick them, play with them. So I needed something that will hopefully keep a bear out and protect my camera. And so this has foam on the inside of it. It goes all the way up. And in that foam is what I'm going to cut out to secure the camera. I'm going to end up drilling a hole here in the bottom. That's what I have the tool for. And so the lens will go through, and then I have a filter. In this case, it is an 82 millimeter filter. And that is, well, let me show you what it is if you're not familiar. Basically a clear piece of glass. It's going to go right there. And it is so I have something to shoot through on this. And I'm going to epoxy or glue that in there. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is get this foam out and show you how I build this out. Cut the foam to fit the camera, and then cut the hole in the bottom and see if I can get that filter in here so I can get the camera all set up. So I got a marker. I've marked most of this. I just got to add where sorry, the Camtraptions trigger goes. And so I have these fancy gloves on now. These are Hyper Tough. I got these from my son for Christmas, so they're the perfect glove for cutting something out. I got a knife, and so if you can see this, I have my rough draft or my rough edge on there where my camera is, and it has these kind of these cuts in here already. Should be making it a little easier for me to cut this in the shape. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this cut out. Hey, I got it cut out. I think that may be a little loose around here, but that'll be okay. It'll make it easier to control that. So looks like I need to do one more like that, and then do one for the lens. Okay, let's see how that fits in there. A little snug, which is okay. Okay, got 2 of those done. Now I need to get the one with the lens done. So something I'm going to do real quick is just mark an X on here so I know which way's up. These all stacked, and then figure about where this lens is going to go in here. Close. It's not scientific. That's okay. pretty good. Yeah. I think I need to do the last one as well. Now that I've got that done, I need to mark where this lens is going to go, and from the inside, and then drill a hole here. And so that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, I think that worked well. I have this hole cutter. This is a 3-inch one, which, I mean, pretty compatible to my lens. So I just stuck it in my cutout here, put a marker through the hole, and just marked the place. So now I know where the center is on that. This one is a 3 3/8. 3 3/8 just about perfectly fits this. Might give it a little bit of space, but because I want it snug so that it'll be easier to glue in. And now I just got to drill this. You'll notice that you'll notice that there's a drill bit here on the end. So start by drilling your guide hole, then you're going to work the rest of it in, and we'll see how this works. Okay, so I wasn't thinking. I'm going to go ahead and do this a little differently. Let me show you. Okay, so I'm getting a screwdriver so I can take my drill bit out of the middle here. Stick that drill bit in my drill. So I can't get in here very well with this on and see exactly where I need to drill it. So I'm going to just drill my small hole from the inside. Then I'm going to go around to the outside and drill my other hole. Okay, I got my hole right there. I'm going to have to clean up some of these shavings around here. Probably end up doing that better with a piece of sandpaper. The question is now, is how is this filter going to fit in there? It is perfect. Look at that. Just enough space for the caulking and everything to go in there. So I'm going to get this cleaned up, and my next project will be getting that glued in here. So start on that. I got that all cleaned up here. Now to find the right type of epoxy. I had some epoxy that I laying around. This is a Gorilla epoxy. I do not want to use it. So these containers are made out of polypropylene, so a type of plastic. This plastic does not absorb moisture, have any moisture to it, and so this will not seal well with it. So I gotta find something else that's gonna work. Okay, did some research. It's hard to find any glue that's gonna work with polypropylene or whatever plastic this is. So I I have these two. I'm going to try the Silicone Max. It says it doesn't work best. Okay. Nice thing is I can always put a seal on afterwards. So that's there. Now I'm going to let this set up some, and then afterwards I can go back in and put some more up so that seal where you can see there's gaps, and then take off the tape. Okay, my box set overnight and it looks good, but it didn't set what I wanted to. So yeah, I just went with the fast silicone, but it really didn't set up. So I'm gonna have to go into town and grab some actual glue that will put this in. But okay, so this is back out. That stuff I used did not even work at all, so I have another one. Now, again, I don't know if this is gonna work. This is a JB Weld. People sounded like said it should work at the store today, but they weren't sure. I'm going to try this. If this doesn't work, I'm going to get on Amazon. I was trying to try to find something before I have to get it sent to me. So I'm going to go through the instructions here, get this mixed on, get this on, and see if we can get this box going. I also found out, I wasn't even thinking, so on the inside here, I'm going to have to do more. I totally forgot about the sensor that goes in here for the trigger, or for the motion sensor, and so I'm gonna have to cut a place for that so that can get plugged in as well. But let's start with one thing at a time, since this is going to take a little bit longer to cure. I'm going to start with this and see if I can get this JB Weld going. So that looked really messy. It is messy. I got a little bit of stuff on the glass itself, which I didn't want to do. But what I found out last time that I did that, tried all kinds of things to clean it off, and ended up just using a magic eraser, and it worked like a charm. Clean it all up. And so that's what I'm hoping will work this time as well. So now I'm going to just let this sit, and I'll have to get back to this and cut out the rest of the pieces once this dries and settles in here. Okay, so I'm on day, I don't know, 4 or 5 of getting this built out, and I think I'm about there now. The JB Weld worked perfectly to get this in. There was a little debris on the outside, and I got to clean it up a little bit more, but I just took magic eraser and just clean that up really nice. So it's looking good. This expanded some. I probably had a little too much glue on the one side, so it pushed it out, which I don't think will be a problem. But as far as the box, the next thing I'll need to do is, cut out something down below where I can put this, and this is the sensor that this is going to get plugged into the camera, and that is going to be triggered by this to actually make the camera go. So that's going to be the next thing that I have to do, and that'll be about the well, it's almost all I need to do to build out my box. That was easy enough to get that little hole in here cut in here. What I did is, so the camera plug-in is on the back side. And what I'll do is stick that up through here to get it plugged in. And then the sensors here, which will just go in like this. And that is all cut out. So let me put it all together now. So the bottom one has area just for the lens. The next one has an area for the lens and part of the transmitter that's on top. The next two have just camera and transmitter at the top. So it's on, it's clear. This sticks out a little bit. This is going to go right through here. Voila. That is set to go. I might make a couple more tweaks with it, but in general, that's the build on the Camera Trap box.